up, everybody? It's Alan from Breaking and Entering. We are hanging out at Lollapalooza 2023. Ninajirachi, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
How is your festival experience going? This is your first U.S. festival.
It is, yeah. It's been so crazy because in Australia we don't have any festivals this big. I think the biggest one is like 50, 60,000 people.
Sure.
And that's like one festival, you know
Is that
what I mean?
Big Day Out, right?
No, it's Splendid the Grass. Big Day Out hasn't happened for like 10 years.
Oh.
They stopped doing it. I don't know why. It was when I was too young to go. But yeah, that was pretty iconic. I heard that was really good.
Okay.
But yeah, it's just crazy to see the scale of it, you know what I mean? It's gnarly.
Yeah, and you're performing not only once but twice.
I am.
You opened the Perry stage.
Yes.
Today, on Saturday, and Friday. And you're playing later tonight at 8 o'clock as well on another stage. So, first off, I mean, your first experience being opening up the stage, and kids are groggy from the night before, kids are tired, and you've got to wake them up. I heard your set literally from the hotel walking over here.
Oh, sick.
So, yeah. What do you do? How do you kind of craft a set to be like, okay, I gotta wake these kids up, or do you just go out and do your thing?
I mean, I'm just gonna do my thing. Like, I figured, they booked me, I'm just gonna do me, kind of thing. And if they don't like it, then they're probably not gonna come to another show anyway. So, but they went really well. Like I thought, because it's so early, and like you said, everyone's pretty gusty. I thought there would be like 20 people there.
Yeah.
But there was like a good couple hundred, especially by the end, and they were like going off. It was really lovely.
Yeah,
so,
that is like the craziest thing about this festival. It'll be like a Thursday or Friday at like 1 or 2 in the afternoon, and there's kids just going for it, which is I could not personally do it. I don't know, how do you do it? How do you prepare as a performer to go out and do that sort of thing and be like, okay, wake up and you play a show probably earlier than you've maybe ever had to play a show?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm pretty I'm like very straight edge. I'm like very sober. I don't really need anything to. I still get nervous, obviously, but I find that like if I have I know a lot of people like to have a drink or something before I play. I find that just makes me more nervous because I don't like anything to be like altering my state of mind. So I just sort of like make sure. I have to eat. That's the one thing.
Okay.
I can't do it on an empty stomach. It's really hard. Like I get quite like dizzy and stuff.
Yeah.
So I've got to make sure I've eaten, which I did, and I also had coffee, which was nice because I was traveling yesterday. It was good to have a bit of extra energy. But also like I've got like a good couple friends here with me as well, so it's nice to just have them. If I had to do this and I was by myself, which I've done a lot before, like I've traveled to a lot of shows where I've just been totally by myself, and it's a lot easier if your friends that are hype you up before you walk on, So yeah, that was good.
Yeah, of course, and I can't imagine having to travel and figure out all of like where I gotta go without having a team here for sure.
Yeah, totally.
You're from Australia, you're staying in Melbourne currently.
Yeah.
Like you said, first U.S. festival, but you've been playing some U.S. shows already.
Yeah.
So how have these initial U.S. dates gone, and have you found any kind of differences in playing like overseas as compared to coming to the States?
Yeah, it's definitely a little different because I think in the US there's a bit more of like an EDM scene. Like Australia doesn't really have. There's dance music in Australia, but I think like the American idea of like EDM doesn't really exist so much in Australia. It's a lot smaller there, so I find that like here people are a lot more keen to hear like big kind of like build-ups and drops and that kind of thing. So that's really fun. It feels really indulgent. I really like it. All the US shows have been really good so far. In particular, I played in Dallas last weekend, and that was amazing. Dallas was really sick. Yeah.
Nice.
So
and you're going out to LA after this, and you'll be out there on the West Coast for a little bit too.
Yeah, I've got hard summer tomorrow, and then I'm literally flying back to Australia like 2 days later.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
That is crazy. You've been putting out a couple singles and things like that this year, some remixes. What does it look like for recorded work for this year? Is there more on the horizon? And when you go back to Australia, are you working on new music then?
Yeah, definitely. So I actually played 2 new songs in my set just now, and I'll probably play them again later as well. And I think the first half of this year has been a little slower than usual for like my music output. Like I usually put out a lot of music. This year I've only put out 1 single so far, but I have, this is not an announcement, but like I have new music every month from this month to the end of the year. So,
wow.
Yeah, you can expect a lot.
Awesome. Yeah, this is like the kickstart for all of that, basically,
exactly.
from here on out.
That's it.
You said that, there's not as much of an EDM scene in Australia. How did you kind of discover the genre, and how did you kind of get into it? Like, who were you listening to that you're like, I want to do that?
Well, I think in Australia, I kind of sit a little more, I don't know, I guess like I kind of also have a foot in the alternative electronic world, and that's where a lot of the shows I play in Australia are kind of more in that vein. So it's kind of nice to do both.
Sure.
like when I was really little. So I guess I had an early exposure to electronic music from them.
Yeah.
And then when I was kind of like 12 or so and started using the internet, it was also around the time, like Skrillex was getting really big and stuff. Like,
Streaming helps being able to, discover music with a click,
Honestly, it was YouTube for me. I was in my first year of high school, which in Australia is 12 years old. We have different school systems. I was 12 and I was watching this YouTube tutorial on how to tie-dye denim shorts, and in the background was Maddie on pop culture.
Sure.
And I was like, what the fuck is this? And it changed my life. And then I went on this rabbit hole and discovered all my favorite artists. But yeah, I loved EDM when I was like 12.
Okay. So then now it just kept growing and building from there.
That's it, yeah.
Well, very cool. We are looking forward to, I'm going to go watch your other set later tonight.
Oh, cool.
So good to see you, twice in the day.
Yeah.
Watch out for, she's got a lot of great things happening here. If people want to find you and follow you, where's the best place to go ahead and do that?
Everywhere at Ninajirachi, Ninajirachi, everywhere.
Okay, there we go. Make sure you keep it locked to Breaking and Entering as well as our social media for more coverage of Lollapalooza 2023. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much for having me.